We're going to start the show by talking about anime, something we don't always do. But yeah, not only are we going to talk about the new Netflix trailer for One Piece live action, we got some visuals for Demon Slayer, but then we also have the usual anime game news. 4.0 for Genshin, some news happening just before this live stream started, and some other weird stuff that I hope Ashra can explain. But welcome to this edition, today's edition of Around the Bush. Hello, everybody. It's me, Globku. That's my new catchphrase. It's me, Globku. With Rene.
Oh,
how's it going?
That's new.
That's new.
I've never heard that before.
No,
that is a very good catchphrase. You should
thank you.
keep that. That is gold. One thing, just before we start, I did not hear the intro, so hopefully everybody heard the intro.
No one heard the intro.
No one heard the intro. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, no one did.
I forgot how this is done. I'll tell. Yeah, sure. Go. Everyone is listening to you though. They're just not listening to the music. But
okay.
Go ahead. Talk.
Okay.
I'll fix it. It's
okay. You'll fix it.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Glob and Rene? I am doing fine. A bit tired. There's a lot going on. Trying to prepare for next week. I'll be on vacation. I'm not going to be on vacation really because I'm moving. So there's a lot of putting together furniture and just waiting for stuff to happen back at the house. It's really crazy. But also, I got this.
Oh god, you really did get that.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and I also got the headphones. But
You did not.
You got the headphones too?
I did.
Wait,
yeah.
You said you weren't gonna get the headphones.
Yeah, that's what's gonna arrive at your place next week.
It was a gift to you in your mail.
To be fair, because I'm moving, my setup is gonna change a bit. So I do need an extra pair of headphones. So I actually needed headphones. I didn't need those specific.
You don't need headphones.
I do.
How do you need two pairs of headphones? You only have 2 years.
Here's the thing. I'm using these ones for work.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have a different setup for gaming. So the gaming one needs to have headphones. It's just did I need the particular Starfield headphones? Maybe.
I'm gonna say on your birthday, I gifted you some earplugs, some wireless earplugs that were very expensive.
And I use them almost every day.
Okay, yeah, no, that's cool.
Almost every day.
So you need a third pair of headphones, is what I'm hearing.
That's different. That's different. Hey, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Come on.
No, you do this to me all the time. It's only fair.
That is true. That is true. Okay, I won't lie. It was a stupid purchase.
Yep.
But I'm very happy with it.
No, yeah. As long as you're happy. I mean, what's the point of having money if you can't use it to make you happy?
That is true.
That's how it goes.
That is true.
What's the point of having $1 billion if you can't make a live-action anime adaptation? Welcome to One Piece Netflix. The adaptation, the trailer dropped this week to varying degrees of reactions, but mostly is the usual anime hate. Every time there's a live-action anime adaptation, reaction number one is hating on it. And I think that was going to happen no matter how good or bad this trailer was.
Yeah. I don't think it will ever be possible to, unless it's done and we get proven wrong, but I don't think it's going to be possible to just translate anime into, whatever live action they want to do. Like, some of the effects look interesting, I would say.
Right.
But the character work, the costume design, I don't mind it. It's just, it's gonna always be hard to translate into live action. But some of this looks pretty interesting, and this is the first time I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a hard thing to translate. It's always going to be a hard thing to translate. I want to say that I had the same feeling that I had with other bad adaptations, seeing this trailer, of like, doesn't look quite right, and then I ended up hating the product. So I see that here. Doesn't mean that's going to happen, So I don't want to put that take out there into the world. What I will say is that I never want to hear this actor say "gum gum pistol" ever again. I never want to hear them say that.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
They say it out loud. It's, okay. So I was only going to play this trailer once because copyright, but let's do it. So do you have music now, by the way? You have music.
Yep.
There's no sound on
Hades.
YouTube. Let me see.
Okay, no, you heard.
Oh, I have music.
Yeah, you heard Hades. Okay, so you should have sound here. Let's do it again. Gum pistol.
I like the pistol part.
I don't know. You know, the anime is like, it sounds fine. I think something about the live action that is like, don't yell out the move names, but then they poke fun at it. But I don't think that makes it all right. Because like Luffy just says to Zoro, oh, the strongest people always yell out their move names, right? And Zoro's like, no. But so that's a funny moment. But I also think, yeah, heads up, we detected copyrighted audio. Oh shit.
Yeah, of course.
Let's. It's gone. No worries. No worries. It's. I've stopped it. Stop. Are we okay?
Are we okay?
You might be gone soon.
I think we're okay for now.
Yeah, it's always gonna be hard. First of all, I think like the amount of effects that happen during an animation for an anime, it's just way too much to put into a movie, and to convey the sense of power and the speed, the power that every battle has in an anime. I think it's just too hard to do. There's also like the particular style of anime that, maybe it's because we've never seen it animated properly, because we've always been saying that. I don't think people imagined that comic books would ever be turned into movies properly, and MCU just proved it wrong, right? So maybe if we get a good adaptation of an anime, maybe we'll be proven wrong and we'll change our opinion. Mm-hmm. But like so far, it's just hard. And then I don't know, man. It's there's some stuff that I really enjoy in this trailer in terms of effects, but there are others that really look bad.
Right.
And it's a mix between, oh, this scene looks pretty good, and then oh, this scene does not look good.
Right.
And it's something that I usually get from these mid-budget movies.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if I mentioned that I went to watch Little Mermaid.
Okay. No.
And it was not a good movie, but the main thing about the movie is I actually went to check the budget, and the budget was 250 million, and it was one of the worst animations I've seen. Like, the CGI is just terrible. So like, budget is a weird discussion nowadays. I don't even know that like the lack of budget applies to bad effects or not. It's just that maybe it's just it is too hard to make it happen. It is like, obviously you can't compare everything to the MCU because you have the best people in the business working on that.
Right.
But it is a standard that has been set. So, comic books happened. They look really good. It is possible to maybe do anime stuff, but I don't know. It's just, it never happened before, and I'm not really convinced with this trailer. But
right.
if the script is good, if it's funny, if you can look past what looks bad and you can have a good time, and I don't expect to have a 10 out of 10 movie, a masterpiece. That's not going to happen. But maybe
it's not a movie.
We can still
have. It's a Netflix series.
Oh, it's a series.
Yeah.
Oh, still, same thing applies. Like
10 episodes or so.
If you have fun, if you have good pacing. Yeah, if you have good pacing, if you have like a good storyline that keeps things intriguing and it's funny and you can look. I kind of like that. I kind of like that he is dumb when he's screaming the pistol and then he acknowledges it.
Yeah.
I think it's actually, speaking of MCU, remember, I think it was Black Widow movie. Did you see it?
Yeah.
You know when the sister makes fun over the posing?
Yeah.
I really like that.
I like that one a lot. Because it's a character coming from the outside, making fun of how you've been doing things for a while. Here it comes across differently. Here it comes across like, well, we have to acknowledge this in some way, because it's going to keep happening. So I don't know. It's but also, to their defense, I cringed slightly at this trailer the same way I sometimes cringe at One Piece. Where I'm watching it and I have this feeling of, oh, I'm too old for this. This is not an anime made for me anymore. Like, some of the stuff happening here is done and acted in a really childish way that you realize, oh, this is aimed at a much younger audience. Like, this is I'm not the target demographic anymore. So to their credit, I mean, they're kind of hitting that same note there. I don't know if that's a good note. I mean, for me, obviously not. And like, grown-ups are most of the people yelling on Twitter, I guess. And at the end of the day, I don't think that's who this is for.
Yeah, it is. In a way, I'm a good test audience for this trailer because I've never watched One Piece, so this is coming from someone who has no comparison to the anime.
Right.
And again, like it just looks like a lower budget movie that or series in this case, but maybe if it's a good story, if it's funny, it can get its audience, and it can. Again, it doesn't need to be a masterpiece, and I think expecting that is too much. Honestly, this trailer does not look as bad as I thought, and maybe it's because we've had Dragon Ball Evolution, and we know how bad it can get. But this one, it seems like maybe let's hope for the best.
It's so weird. Like we know behind the scenes how controlling Toei can be. How the hell did that movie get made? It's
crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Actually, yeah, I never thought of that.
From one anime to the next, let's talk Demon Slayer, because some key visuals for the next arc have been announced. We still don't know, obviously, the release date for that next thing, but we got some key visuals just like they did last time, and key visuals are focused on a lot of the Hashira. So next arc, for those who don't know, is a training arc. We're gonna keep it spoiler-free because Rene has not watched that final episode of season 3, but
Watch it.
yeah, that ending is, I want to say, like the best ending you're going to see to a season in Demon Slayer. And it sets things in motion in a way that, like, okay, we need to practice for the big fight, which is the arc after this. Demon Slayer manga enters rush mode from this point forward in a way that I hope, like, the anime doesn't. I hope the anime takes its time and just makes stuff up, honestly. Because it's training arc and final arc, and that's it. Final arc is very big, I'll say that, but it's training arc and final arc, and everyone needs to practice for that final encounter, including the Hashira. Hashira are not strong enough for this. It's a massive training camp with all the Demon Slayers. It's what's gonna happen next season.
So do we know why the manga rushed, or was it not intentional?
If anyone knows, I don't.
Because it's interesting. Yeah, I haven't watched. I'm waiting for the move to happen so we can watch that at the new place. I want to watch that at the new setup. I'm very excited for this. I know, like you mentioning that this was so emotional to the point that you cried, I'm gonna be destroyed, and you mentioning that this is the best ending after watching. I'm not insanely in love with how the story of Demon Slayer happens or anything. Like, I love the animation, I love the characters, but the story is good, and nothing's too strong in my opinion. But the Rengoku arc, the train arc, was the movie in general was fantastic. For me, the best bit of Demon Slayer that we ever got. It was really emotional. It was so intense.
Up until the point that you watched, I would agree.
Yeah. So you think that surpasses that, and that is exciting. That is exciting because, in a way, like I was enjoying Demon Slayer a lot. We got to the Mugen Train, and I was like, okay, this is so much better. I'm feeling stuff that I haven't felt before in this anime. And it was very emotional. So I'm very much looking forward to what's coming next. I did not love Entertainment District. Like, it was good, but
it was
after
a spectacle, but narratively very weak. I agree.
Yeah, like after Mugen Train, which was so strong for me, I didn't love Entertainment District. So having you have that reaction is making me super anxious for just looking forward to watching the season 3 and training arcs. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I love training arcs. I think training arcs are dope. I love them learning new techniques and coming, afterwards with new stuff, more, just stronger in general. So I'm looking forward to that. Not looking forward for it to end, but again, maybe you're right, and they should just come up with stuff. This anime is it just looks amazing. There's some stuff that can be there's a lot of story to cover, even if they want to come up with fillers. As long as they're well written, why not? Just feel some stuff. I don't want this to end.
Right.
So just give me more.
So yeah, I think I don't want to say much more because but you, I might end up spoiling stuff. But I would say that Mario. According to Mario, the author had some family issues, and that's why the manga was rushed. That also explains some of the art in the manga, which is not great. I mean, you look at the anime and you'd be surprised at how bad some of the manga panels are.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, I remember you saying that when you read it. Some of the panels were not even like you couldn't even understand fully what was happening.
Oh yeah, in combat it's the absolute worst. Because in combat you do not know what the moves are. You just don't. It's a bunch.
Look at you misbreathing.
Misreading techniques look so much better in the anime than they did in the manga for sure. But yeah, most attacks that are big, it's just a bunch of scribbles on a panel and no clue what is happening. So yeah, big training arc coming up. I'm kind of quickly skimming through manga pages, trying to find an example of what I mean, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
But yeah, apart from that, do we know? Have we checked on when this is gonna release?
So it's expected at fall next year. So fall 2024, so meaning a year and a few months of change.
Jesus, that's a lot.
But that's expectation, so that's not an announcement. It's not anything of the sort.
Yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. I guess this animation takes a lot. That makes sense. It just looks really good. Did we get any? Again, no spoilers, but did we get any crazy animations this season?
Of course, yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
I absolutely did. I am one chapter away from bad drawings. I know it.
It's starting to happen.
Yeah, because it's before a big fight, and I just caught the start of the big fight, so it's around here. It's when they're getting to the big fight. And of course the page is missing, right? It has too much dialogue. I'm not gonna show it. It has too much dialogue. Too risky. All right.
And also excited to see what the new Asher do.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to.
I mean, of these, there's 3, right? You have Sanegami. They both start with S. I forgot their names. But these two plus the rock dude, right? Those are the 3 that you haven't seen the abilities. Gyu and Shinobu, and you've seen them.
Okay.
Okay, finally on anime, Konosuba Season 3. Scheduled to return in 2024, so also next year. Anime Comedy Peak returns. Cool, that's all the news for Season 3 of Konosuba.
Cool. I didn't know this anime.
Mm-hmm.
I when you put this in news and you talked about the comedy behind it. That's I didn't even know you knew it, so that is interesting to know. It's maybe not for me because I am way behind on every anime that I want to watch. But cool. It's just a good news. Good anime, funny. I approve.
Oh, Sanemi is the one with the white hair. What's the name of the other one?
We're trying to find
A snake
Hashira?
Snake Hashira.
Obanai.
Obanai, yeah. And that's anime. Yeah, we're done with anime. We're gonna move on to anime games, which is what we're known for. So let's start with the Genshin. So Genshin, 2 trailers came out. 3.8, Secret Summer Paradise. This feels like that in between patch, right? The in between the previous arc.
Good
and the
old
next
summer.
one.
Yeah, good old summer patch. Basically, the gist of this update is a bunch of Genshin characters sort of playing this role of a story. So, Klee is a little mage from an island called Bottleland. She leaves it, but then wants to come back. Then you've got the Traveler, who's a knight who's not from Bottleland, but he's just there for the event. Then Eula, who is a knight for Bottleland. And Kokomi, who is a guide from Bottleland. And that's just pretty much the entire gist of it, and we get 2 new character skins, one for Klee and Kaya. So we get a little bit of joy of that, and as you can see with like the roller coaster stuff, that's all in game.
Nice.
You get to do all of that, and it's really cool.
So
Yeah, it seems-
so they're
it seems
playing
to be
Make
good
Believe,
event.
you know?
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Summer vacation sort of patch. We've had the island patches before.
Yeah.
This one seems to have a little different vibe, but still like the same lighthearted gimmicks to it. But also, in addition to 3.8, we got a little tease for 4.0.
Yeah,
What do we know?
Fontaine.
We get to drown Paimon finally.
Yep. So Fontaine. Well, we're going to the ye old London and France.
Europe,
There's gonna be sewers.
the Europe.
Yep.
Boys,
Yo.
go back a little second. Here. On the
Try to
trailer.
figure.
On the what? On the trailer, yeah.
Yeah.
More?
Just go back to a little bit.
More.
Like just to like where she's walking down the street.
Okay, she's walking.
Yeah,
down the
here,
street. Okay.
Look at that. There's the dog on the left wearing pants.
There's a dog on the left wearing pants. What are you talking?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Go a bit on the trailer.
Oh, you have to keep going.
Just
God damn it.
The best part of the patch.
Trailer really,
That-
really
that's what
wanted
I
us
told
to
you.
see it. The dog
Left
wearing
friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
really a thing.
Yeah, and
Wait.
as we know, people in Europe are all furries, and that's why.
We also like water a lot. You get to traverse in Fontaine's water depths with new attacks being with the Hydro Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's gonna be fun, right, to see what they've got in store for 4.0, which is expected around mid-August, 16th.
Mm-hmm. And what do we know about this Archon, if anything, so far? Like we know.
Be
Archon of
judgment
Wind
theming.
Judgment.
Yeah,
theming.
judgment themed courts and stuff like that. Some of the characters are designed around courts and stuff like that. Judgment.
Okay. So we got contracts from Blue and now courts from Fontaine.
Yeah.
It's maybe an interesting gimmick.
So
Also has a
Underwater,
small
huh?
entertainment
Underwater
vibe,
is-
yeah.
Is a crazy thing that I haven't even thought about. It's just
Oh wait, it was not in the game?
no, you didn't have underwater.
No,
you
they-
couldn't swim underwater, only above it.
Okay,
swim
at
You
across the
could drown
surface.
underwater.
Here's the thing. At this point, I feel like I'm just the guy that listens to Genshin news and gets hyped every time, and I look like a fanboy. Like everything Genshin happens, I'm
You're
like,
the biggest Genshin fanboy that has never played. the game.
it's crazy. It is crazy. Hey, I know.
Fanboy excited to play Genshin for the first time ever.
No, I did play Genshin at the beginning when we were starting to cover the game. I really enjoyed my time with it. It's just, it is a gacha game. It is also an RPG game. And I know how much those take. I know how time consuming it is. And that's the only reason why I don't play it more often. But it's just, the amount of respect I have for this game. And it keeps happening. I feel like, I was just thinking about this. I feel like every time you guys come up with different news, I'm like, I love this game. This game's awesome. I don't play it, but like heading swimming to the game? Are you serious? This late? Crazy. I don't know what else to say about this.
Yeah, I do wonder, like, is this a thing they can do in Fontaine, or does every world now suddenly expand thanks to this change,
God,
right?
yeah, I think about that. Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I think for now, because they said, like one of the NPCs in the game say that Fontaine's waters are different to other waters in Teyvat.
Yeah.
So they're probably just gonna have that as an excuse where you can only just do that shit in Fontaine and nowhere else.
Doesn't mean you aren't gonna have a shit ton of water to explore.
Yeah. I typically
Well,
don't
nothing.
like that in like open world games. It feels like it's too much. It's too much. Water is too big in my head. Like that three-dimensional
much
space,
water.
I don't like it. But we'll see.
And who likes getting like getting out of breath?
There
on
are
video
bubbles. I
games?
mean, they did show some bubbles down there.
Yeah, so did Sonic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it fucking sucks. So
He drowned just as much.
From Mihoyo to Mihoyo, Honkai Star Rail is a new character trailer. What's up with the person?
So Loche is a character who's coming from Honkai 3rd.
Okay.
You sort of already see him when you're playing the game now. He's coming into the game as a playable healer. A lot of cool stuff for him, and I think he has a bit more to play in the next story update when we finish on the planet that we're on. But cool character.
Alrighty. Cool character
think-
coming out for Honkai. Yeah,
Simple,
go on.
clean.
There's something really coming with this character because there's 7 types of
Okay.
elements in this game. Like
Okay.
there's, and one of them is imaginary. And the only way to get a guarantee on imaginary character is to pull on this guy's gacha.
Oh.
Because one's a 4-star for now, and you can't guarantee 4 stars. There, you will likely get them, but you can get unlucky. And
Oh, the
other is
only
a
way to
standard.
guarantee?
Like
We have a
each-
300 summon where we get to choose well. What do you mean?
Yeah, just go.
Yeah,
with it.
300.
Just summon 300 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
30 multis.
Thanks,
Before
Xander.
It's into time. It's
Thanks,
into
Xander.
time. Like,
From one gacha company to another gacha company, Tower of Fantasy is coming for PlayStation 5 and 4. We knew this, but now we have a date, August 8th, which is very, very soon.
my birthday.
This?
Can't
Oh,
stop that.
really?
Yeah. I don't care for it,
Gotta
but
write
it's
this
nice
down.
that it's coming out soon for people
Write this
who
down.
enjoy the game.
You're not escaping my happy birthday wishes now, forever. So you said it once.
And
Mine's always been an easy one to remember because it's just 8-8.
I don't remember birthdays. I write them down.
I mean, that's fair. Most of my
I'm gonna
friends
write
don't.
your name with an H because that's what you're changing. But I'll look at this
Yeah,
3
it's
years
good-
from now
it's
and I'll
gonna
be
keep
like,
it like
"That
that, to be honest."
motherfucker." Every August 8th. Boom. There's a piece of bad news hidden in this press release. A big L, I want to say, for Tower of Fantasy, which is the PlayStation versions of Tower of Fantasy will be operated independently from the existing PC
Oh,
and iOS and Android
no.
versions, which are published by Level Infinite. That means there will be no cross-platform connectivity between the PlayStation, PC, iOS, and Android versions of the game.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That's
This
a
is
massive yikes.
A massive yikes, because this is something that MiHoYo fought for a really long time and eventually got it into the game. So obviously, like, you can't expect another game to come in and be like, yo, we're just doing it from the start, because PlayStation's not the easiest one to work with. But now your game's still being compared to Genshin Impact, which is obviously much further ahead. But not having this is a big blow, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like we are obviously big advocates of crossplay in general, and it's something that I think just pushed gaming forward and set aside all the console wars. It's just better for everyone. In this game specifically, in a game where it is an online only game where it is the same stuff. It's not even cross console. It's just the same console, the same company. It is a weird thing, especially when you're Genshin. You're allowed to do that, right? You can just play with
it's same
everyone.
account.
Cross progression. Yeah.
It is, yeah. It really sucks for this game. It's just like it seems like
Not even crossplay at this point, right? Because the versions are going to be different, so you can't crossplay with PC or any other platform, which is something you can also do in Genshin. I mean, Genshin, I think, always had crossplay. It was the cross-save stuff that was rough, right? Am I remembering this wrong?
and if that's the case, I mean, cross save, I understand that. It kind of sucks when you have Android and iOS possibilities, because you can keep going where you left at on your phone, and that's awesome. Like if you can do that, awesome. I don't expect that on every game. Crossplay though, I think is very important, especially for an online only game. Not having both though, when you're competing with Genshin, it's just okay. Yeah, I don't know where you want to go with this, but I'm sure this game is finding its success. But
I do think it's weird when you have a cross-play game that is not cross-save, because it feels like you've overcome the hardest obstacle, but then you didn't do the work for a cross-save system, like Street Fighter 6, for instance. If I buy the PC version right now, I lose all my shit, but I'm playing against the same players within the same Capcom network environment. I could link my accounts and like that shit could sync up, but
the problem is just, but that's always the like. I think it's it goes even further. And I'm speaking out of turn here because I don't really know necessarily. I think I've read some stuff, but I think sharing accounts is harder to pull off than just crossplay. In terms of like company stuff.
It
but
goes into stores
I think
and
I
stuff,
read
right?
it somewhere.
Yeah, it probably goes into in-game stores and like PlayStation wanting to keep. Okay, no, you're a player here. You can play with anyone, but you're gonna buy the DLC on this platform. So we're not gonna give you cross save, so you don't move away to another platform. Yeah, maybe something like that. I could see it. But yeah, Tower of Fantasy. It's not the best launch for PlayStation, and even worse. I mean, the versions being separate means the PC could very well just be ahead. You know, PC and mobile are going to be the priority, obviously. So it's very possible that the patches are behind like a week or month. Like all of that is just bad news.
And it also brings the question, like this is even bad for the game itself because do you really want to play the PS5 version? Maybe you just want to keep playing on the PS4 version because does it matter if you have a better running game but then all your friends are going to stay behind because all of your stuff is behind? Like, do you want to upgrade? There's not even an upgrade option, I believe. If that's the case, like you don't want to, even if there is, you don't want to upgrade, right?
It's a free to play, so I think upgrading shouldn't be.
I guess
shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, well, it's free, but it's still a problem because if you upgrade, you lose your progress, so you're not gonna do it.
PS4 to PS5 it doesn't always happen. I guess it's on a developer basis. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like if it's a different game, people are not gonna want to upgrade to PS5. It's just a weird situation, to be honest. Like I can even understand crossplay. I can even go as far as understanding not having crossplay on an online-only game. But not being able to keep your account when you move to the PS5 version, you're just not gonna want to play that version. That's unless you're starting the game from scratch.
Is this shit not free to play? Oh no, there's paid editions. I was like, wait, are they selling this on PlayStation?
Yeah, it's just
further down the hole.
Again, it's unfortunate, and again. Also, when you're competing with Genshin, everything is already tough. It's just, it keeps going. The game does not look as good. It does not play as good. It does not have the same options. So, you know, it has
more content, guys.
Well,
I don't know. So yeah, that's the gacha moments. Let's move on. Fighting games. We don't have a lot of fighting game news today. We've got kind of this, and that's it. But let's start with DNF. New systems coming to DNF, baby. Select cube. So, cube. What the hell's the cube system?
So pretty much, you'll have two sets of cubes. The normal cube, which is pretty much how you play DNF normally. Your awakening will activate at the same time, 30% or less. The other cube lets you activate your passive at 50%. But it won't be as powerful of an awakening.
Gotcha.
So that would also mean you can also activate your super earlier as well.
Okay.
So
right,
so there's definitely going to be some strategy with that. With some characters maybe want their awakening a little bit earlier compared to later. And Indomitable Spirits is going back into what we talked about last time with the faultless defense.
Right, and it can be activated while guarding, so it's not really yeah, I guess faultless defense, which is while guarding. So it's not like instant block. It's press a button while blocking, and certain amount of white damage is inflicted. What? Okay, so you push them back, and you're like safer, right?
And you take white health, yeah.
But you take chip. Okay.
So and if you get hit once, all that white health goes, right?
Yeah.
Not exactly.
It depends.
It's
okay. Usually it's an EX move. An EX move gets rid of your white health. But usually, yes, any touch can lead into an EX move that removes all your.
Okay, so you actually need to spend bar to get rid of the white.
Yes, you need to spend MP to destroy the white health.
That's interesting. That's an interesting mechanic. I don't know DNF really well. It looks. It's one of those fighting games that it looks good, but it's maybe slightly lower budget than what I want from a fighting game nowadays. Nothing against how the game looks. It's just a personal thing. But that mechanic sounds super interesting. It's like I don't know if it's a new take or not, but it definitely sounds like an interesting thing to have. So there are more options to do that sort of chip damage apart from this new one. There's the other stuff that you can do. It's like a mechanic that is in the game already, right? Like managing the white health and doing EX moves to remove the health. Yeah, that is interesting.
There is a little bit more to it because you actually use your white health for combo extensions as well. So that's sort of why it doesn't go away instantly, unlike other games, because that's like the main point. But I think the strongest thing about Indomitable Spirit is the guard damage. That's sort of a problem with some of these characters. They're dealing too much guard damage.
Right.
So and if they break your guard, it can mostly lead to death.
Yeah.
It was a big plague when the game came out.
That's this meter right here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like this is your guard meter. If it gets emptied, your guard breaks, and that's a free combo for the opponent. So Indomitable Spirit, like instead of dealing guard damage, it now deals chip. So you have to manage your defensive resources basically.
That is cool. That is a good additional depth to this game. That is, again, from someone that doesn't play it, sounds super interesting.
Cool. Also, King of Fighters got a patch. Does anyone know anything about the King of Fighters patch? Because I sure don't. So did they fix the matchmaking?
Well, I'm not sure if they fixed the
one.
matchmaking, but they pretty much implemented the cross-platform that they promised years ago with Samsho. And they just explained that you have to... This is how it works. You need a KOF ID, so they're sort of going into what Capcom's doing with their Capcom IDs, I believe, judging by how they word it.
Yeah.
Give you some symbols to understand how the cross-platform works on game.
Cross-platform matchmaking too. Invite from the follow list. Block report. Leaderboards. Player icons.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And then other miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah. General changes. Yeah, so as far as balance, like not a lot, right? It's basically this.
I mean, most of the time they don't really do like huge balance patches. I mean, I wouldn't blame them. There's like 70 plus characters in these games. But
cool, yeah, cross-platform. It's here. Also the new character that we looked at last week. Kind of what we expected has happened, and it's good to hear. I also would like to hear, Ashra, what the fuck is this?
You don't remember this?
I don't know. You posted this at the end of last week's show, and I'm like, why are we, what?
I think I know.
You really don't remember this?
What is this?
You played this with Warrock, with one of your old series when you were playing like
cross all of that.
Really, really suggestive anime games. You don't remember Abika's trip?
No, Akiba's trip.
Here's what we do when stuff like that happens for channel purposes. We delete that from our minds.
I had to, look, dude. My main channel still has a community violations guideline warning because of that show.
Because of a thumbnail, right?
I think it was the whole show.
Like we're talking about our main channel. Like we have a community. We have a it's not like a strike or anything, but it is serious. It is serious. And it's the only thing we've ever done that is wrong, which was not us. It was Warrock.
It will never leave either. Like I've talked to YouTube representatives, they're like, nah, there's nothing we can do because you deleted.
It's there
because I deleted the original content, and they're like, oh, if you had the original content, you could appeal. I'm like, but I don't want to appeal because they were right. But I'm just wondering if this ever expires.
Like, there's a trip down memory lane with one of the games getting a new edition.
I was like, yeah, I did violate community guidelines. You're right.
Yeah,
I don't remember any of this shit, by the way. Oh well.
Yeah, it was a anime beat 'em up. It was about the guy who kind of becomes a vampire per se. He hates the sun.
Okay.
and it just sort of goes off on that.
That sounds like
Sounds like it's
nothing
great to
and
forget.
everything. Yep, it's very.
I'm
time-
genuinely
it's-
surprised you don't remember it. It was one of your better ones.
Wow. Okay. Speaking of new games, Tokyo Revengers 3D action RPG has been announced. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC, iOS, and Android. So one of those mobile cross console games. It will be free to play, so I'm expecting some gacha. It's due out this winter in Japan, which is a red flag for me. Because it's a mobile cross console game, free to play, out this winter. And
In
this
Japan.
announcement comes out in Japan only. And this announcement comes out without any gameplay or anything. This is the teaser trailer. Like, what is this game? There's no gameplay.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, these models don't look great. So like this seems like that quick cash grab type of game. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's obviously not confirmed, but Tokyo Revengers is getting a game. So I know we have some fans in the chat, so look forward to that. Maybe?
Yeah, it's one of those, like, we know we have some fans. Should we be happy about it? Not sure. But you know, we'll
As
see.
long as it's not what happened to Blue Lost.
Oh god. Metaphor Refantasio has a big creator interview, 15 minutes long. I have not watched this. Any big takeaways? Obviously the big takeaway is that the game is coming out, confirmed on everything, right?
Everything.
Yeah, everything besides
Switch. Oh, no Switch.
Yeah, besides Switch.
PS4,
yeah.
PS5, Xbox Series XS, PC. I mean, the Xbox show is where this thing got announced, so it will be there on Game Pass. Probably the easiest place to play. PC Game Pass, maybe, but not sure. PlayStation also there if you want to spend the money. So, any other big takeaways from this interview? If you guys watched it, I didn't.
I didn't put too much into it. I watched like the first 3 minutes after seeing the news of it, but yeah, that's pretty much the biggest take of it. That is its release date. But you know, it is just the Persona devs doing something. Fair enough. This was actually something that they promised as like a project forever ago, but it never lifted off for whatever reason that I'm not sure of. And then they just went on to continue with the Persona games, and Metaphor is just kind of that project that was going into, so
Nice.
kind of big for them. So
Looks like an interesting interview. Definitely want to make the time to watch this at some point. This is a weird thing that happened during the course of this show. I was pulling news back and forth, and we're gonna end with a pretty anticlimactic one. I had another,
I see that.
I had another piece for the end, but I guess I changed the order as
I
the
mean,
show
this is
went.
very anime, so I don't believe it.
Sure, yeah. Dead by Daylight, that collaboration that we covered already, it's back on the Dead by Daylight store, and it's on sale.
It's leaving
that's
the store, actually.
leaving,
That's
yeah. It's going.
It is leaving, and this
The last
it
license.
is anticlimactic, but
We
at the
have
same
1 month.
time, it is very interesting, and it just goes to show that working with anime IPs is probably weird, because this is definitely a license situation, and not that we have that info, but it's the most likely scenario. It's just a license situation where they're not able to sell the skins anymore, and this is as much as you get, and that's all. It's out of the store.
This isn't even the first license they've lost, actually. They lost the Stranger Things ones from Netflix when they had that DLC as well.
I guess that makes a bigger splash than other games that do these types of collaborations, because most of the other ones are battle royales, and the store is constantly on rotation. So things are timed by default. It's not like, oh, we're gonna lose the license. No, this thing's gonna be here for a month and then it's gone, because that's how every skin operates. Might come back in the future, maybe not, but if they lose the license, it was already off the store. They don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
For a game like Dead Daylight and the way they structure their DLC, they have to announce this stuff, and that's always a bad look.
Also, just screw the fact that this game didn't come with a Attack on Titan map. This is sort of.
I mean, it was
Look at
cosmetic
this.
DLC. Sadly, it was not a. I would love if they just straight up did Attack on Titan.
Yeah, they straight up
viable
clickbait us in
DLC,
this
but
trailer.
just
They straight up clickbait us in this trailer.
Yeah, because this looks way too good. Like this actually looks super cool. So it sucks that they didn't do it. But anyway, yeah, anime losing license. I was not thinking about that in that way. Actually, maybe it's something that is it just goes behind the scenes, and we don't often think about it. But yeah, like Dragon Ball skins on Fortnite, for example, they just came back a while ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a bit of just renewing the store and renewing the licenses, and there's probably a lot of back and forth between the companies that sell the video game and the companies that sell the license. And it's obviously very complicated, especially when it comes to anime games and anime licenses in general. Not something that I was thinking about, but yeah, I guess in Fortnite it's more natural because it's a natural cycle of skins, and they always bring more stuff back. And I'm guessing without knowing, because we play Fortnite once a month.
Right.
But I'm guessing there might be some fixed skins, and then there's like a rotation of the other skins. I don't know exactly how it works. But yeah, if you're very into Dead by Daylight, and if you want these skins, just last chance, 1 month. It's still a long time, one month, but
But I'm gonna say if you forget to do it now, you're gonna forget it a month from now. So here's a final
that is
reminder.
true. That is true.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for questions. If you guys got any questions, I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at No Mic Voice. We don't have a lot of people on stream today, so don't expect this to be too long. So get your questions while you can. And in 10 minutes, we're actually gonna announce something over on the AGC Discord.
I already know what it is. Gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah. Looking at the questions. Anytime.
Hope you like the 2 images.
Yeah, that's definitely Rene right there.
Yep.
That's not me. First of all, I'm bald. Second of all, I used to be like.
But you
that.
definitely having that setup though. Like.
No. Here's the thing.
You're gonna have the Starfield on your neck.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The setups are very close to each other. I can't lie about that. They are very close. It's literally
plugging the jack cable in from one side and putting it on the other. Like, who does that? Right? Might as well buy a second headset.
There's another reason, because there's a chance that people will be playing on the couch, and I will be working.
Ooh.
So I need both headsets working.
Okay.
Okay?
No.
Is that a good explanation?
No, because you can still use the same headset
What people are playing?
while people are playing.
How?
With your
How can
headset, that's their problem. They can pick their headset. What the hell? Why do you have to buy them all?
I'm a cool guy, and I
yeah,
want them
yeah.
to play with a Starfield headset.
Time to unmod Enderup, because holy
Oh wow! Wow!
And
get into the MK1 beta. Because they tweet at you, but they won't give you beta access. That's how it goes.
Says, you're the last guy that people should be mentioning this. You played this game. You had a Twitter clip explode.
Dude, yeah, why am I not there? Why am I not there? It's crazy.
He needs more of the souls.
Oh, I wanted to sauce with Scorpion now. The
True,
Scorpion
but also
clips?
there's-
I saw some Scorpion clips.
no, it's the same cast. You got Kenshi, Katana, Sub-Zero.
No. Okay, well, Kenshi was a character that is like, you're not learning this guy in half an hour. Good luck with that. So Kenshi would be interesting to pick up, like puppet character, kind of crazy.
You do have, Street Fighter 6, which is a good game.
Sure. And Final Fantasy 16, just downloaded it yesterday, and I still need to finish Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm doing Tears of the Kingdom now. I've done 3 temples. I want to go underground to fight a boss. I don't know where that's gonna lead, and I want to explore all the areas to do all the tier cutscenes. Those are my goals. Like, I stopped faffing about. It's like, okay, enough. I'm getting lost way too much. If I see a shrine, I'll do the shrine. But I'm not gonna go, oh, let me see if there's a shrine over there behind this mountain. That's gonna take me half an hour to climb. No, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I see a shrine on the way, I'll do it.
That's bound to happen.
Yesterday I thought I never have time for Zelda. It's crazy. Like, I feel right now I feel like starting Final Fantasy 16 because it's also like new game bias, you know. It's the new thing.
Yep.
I want to play it. I want to see what people are talking about. And I was like, but this game is really good. And I felt the same on Breath of the Wild. I feel like I never have time for Zelda. But then I start thinking, well, it's because this game is huge, right? So at some point, something's gonna come out, and I'm gonna get distracted by something else.
You know what happened?
Relatable.
In a way, and this happened with Breath of the Wild specifically, which is very interesting. Playing Breath of the Wild, I felt sort of, a pressure to do more than I was doing. In a way, because I know the game has so much, and it feels like it's like I'm betraying the game's creators by not exploring everything the game has to offer.
I see what you mean.
And finding the balance is hard for me. It was I'm gonna do the shrines as fast as I can. I mean the creatures. What were the name? The divine beasts.
Divine beasts.
But also, if I find a shrine, I'm gonna do the shrine. I want to do them.
And it's fast
and
travel.
I ended up
like it also like enables the whole fast travel between places.
Yeah,
with every
also that. So I did want to do that, but then you keep finding small stuff. You want to do small objectives.
Yeah.
But I do think I found a good balance. I spent 60 hours on Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Just honestly completing the story and doing the least I could to complete the story. But you always find stuff to do. But I feel like I managed to not spend a lot of time doing random shit. Because I do want to spend that time on Tears of the Kingdom. I do want to play Tears of the Kingdom and actually spend 100 hours on that game. I just didn't do it because I wanted to, complete Breath of the Wild as quickly as possible. It was still 60 hours though.
Right.
You know?
So what I'm doing right now is, 4 temples and final boss. Like, doing that for sure. There is one side mission that I like doing, which is the journalist side mission. So basically, this is a journey that requires you to visit every stable, and every stable has a side quest related to Zelda. I like that a lot, because it forces me to find the stables, and there's one in each region, so it's not like anything crazy. And there's a little storyline right there. So I'm doing the side mission journalist. And then along the way, I'm doing every shrine that I find. I'm doing, obviously, every tower that I find. I'm doing every dude holding a sign event that I find. I love these. And I'm doing... What's it called? Like the tears things that are painted on the ground. I don't remember. Tears cutscenes, I'm just going to call it that. Like, this is basically it. There is one more thing that I think is part of the main, which is a boss underground. So before I got to this point of being, like, done with, like, faffing about, I did a lot of underground exploration. And I triggered the quest that I think is going to end in this boss fight. And I want to finish that too. So this is like my to-do list right now on Zelda. Everything that happens, like, if I accept a quest, I'm not even reading the quest text. I don't care. Like, I'm not doing that. It's not part of the main thing. Dude, I'm not going to climb that mountain to find you a fish. Like, that's not happening. But if I see like a world event that I'm like, what is this weird shape on the floor? Like, I'll go there and poke it, you know?
I totally
understand.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of people just told me that they did everything possible on Breath of the Wild, and honestly, like, doing side quests on that game was boring as fuck. I don't like... No, cutscenes are just... The random shit you find to do in the world is amazing. The random side quests that want you to find a fish, like you said, and I'm literally remembering a side quest. One of the latest side quests that I did was literally... I didn't do it. They asked me to do it. I was looking for a vendor that was walking between 2 places. And there was a girl that asked me for a fish. And I'm like, get your fucking fish. I'm not going to do that for you. What do you want about? I'm not going to get you salmon. That is, you're
Right.
literally beside a lake. Get the fish yourself. No, those types of side quests. The game is too big and has too many good things for me to, worry about those side quests, I think.
Yeah. So I think like maybe another week or 2 of Tears of the Kingdom before I start Final Fantasy. And I always ask myself the question, is it Street Fighter time or is it Tears of the Kingdom time? So I'm also like splitting my time between those two games.
Yeah. Street Fighter has been an easy choice for me. Because again, I don't have my setup right now, and it's because we're living two people are living in the space that I used to live by myself, and it's already small. Like we're figuring stuff out. I'm very much looking forward to just moving and having the space to finally play. Final Fantasy is gonna be great for that. Watching Demon Slayer, but I'm still gonna pop in Street Fighter every now and then. I do feel like I'm significantly improving. But I start Street Fighter feeling like I was really bad at the game.
Yeah, I still do, and it definitely has to do with my character choice too. Because I feel like I'm still a much stronger Kimberly than I am a Cammy. But I don't want to just get good with Kimberly because I know a lot of her stuff will be a crutch for me. Because Kimberly can do a lot that other characters can't. Like she can special cancel her standing medium, which is crazy normal. She can't cancel her crouching medium, which most characters can, but she can cancel the standing medium, which is even easier to do. You don't have to hold down.
I haven't played a single Kimberly now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, she can combo from overheads for free. She has string options that you can confirm that are really easy to do, and it's not just button into special. So like a lot of Street Fighter, of learning Street Fighter, I feel like would be ruined if I just gave up on Cammy and went to Kimberly.
Yeah, for me at the beginning of the game, I have one thing I did. I learned basic BNBs with Ryu, like better combos than I was using in the beta. I learned how to do basic mix-up, like drive rush into low, drive rush into overhead, and convert out of those.
Yeah, conversions are important, yeah.
But the main thing that has pushed me to the point where I say I'm not bad at this game anymore, or I'm not terrible, is first of all, obviously, starting to know which characters do what and like know when to punish each character. Like the matchup knowledge is obviously starting to come my attention. But also, I feel like I'm starting to punish stupid shit. I'm starting to punish those people that keep doing drive impact. I'm starting to punish people that randomly press buttons or jump on wake up. I'm starting to like not let people do that stupid shit, and I'm starting to feel good about it. Like, okay, you're doing stupid shit. You're not going to be able to do stupid shit. That's when it is starting to happen. So I'm starting to feel good about that. But I still feel like I'm not very good at this game. I need more time. I'm way too used to anime fighters right now.
Yeah, man, me neither. Honestly, still learning it, but I'm enjoying the process for sure. By the way, it is time for the big announcement, and I'll get to your question soon, Chunka. But over on the anime game community server, I said we were going to be adding a new game in July, and you get to vote on that game during this week. And the voting just concluded. It's over. So it is official, ladies and gentlemen. Guilty Gear Strive will be added in the month of July. And I already am talking to a potential game master. And that's exactly the message that you see on the top left, but I'm not going to click it because it might be a private thing. Okay. So I got to upload this. The voting is over. The voting ended. All right. So let me just tag everyone. The voting ended. Guilty Gear Strive will be added to the server on July 1st. My Hero One's Justice 2 and JoJo ASBR will be on the next poll once again. Kill La Kill If will unfortunately take a back seat in the next polls. All right. And that is the big news. That's game number 5 that we're adding to the anime game community. Ichunka asks, do you think there will ever be an Injustice 3 game? Yeah. At some point. At some point. I feel like there's already kind of a nostalgia for Injustice. And us seeing another MK game, I don't think a lot of people were angry about another MK. But I feel like that feeling of nostalgia and wanting a new Injustice is only going to grow. And as long as NetherRealm is like under the Warner Brothers umbrella, and Warner Brothers keeps trying to rebuild the DC universe, especially with like the cinematic stuff, and NetherRealm could be a great partner to help them achieve that. If the movie stuff starts working out, they have a great cross promotion with video games with that developer. Yeah, I totally think an Injustice could happen. Another Injustice could happen. Yeah.
I think that, first of all, everyone is looking forward to Injustice 3. I think Injustice 2, more than Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat's story is all over the place for me. And again, this is a personal opinion, but I feel like Injustice is a more grounded story. There's not a lot of shit going, and I feel like the story of Injustice is just much more interesting. The stakes are higher when you don't have all that resetting worlds and just timelines bullshit. It's just it's easier for me to just get interested in the story. So yeah, I hope that Injustice comes soon. I think that the timing for Injustice would be super wrong now that James Gunn has taken over the DCU. He has been vocal about wanting to branch out into other content, not just movies. And he has mentioned video games. So I believe that it's very much a possibility that Injustice will be a part of that. And like it is smart of him to include one of the best fighting games, and it's also smart of Injustice and NetherRealm to include James Gunn's new universe of DC into the game. There you go. I was about to get.
I'm just checking the DM.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, so I believe Injustice 3 will definitely happen. It is a big game that sells a lot. It is harder to do it because of the licensing. It's just easier to do Mortal Kombat stuff. But Ed Boon loves Injustice. The one thing I will say though is that after all those rumors and the speculation about a Marvel game done in NetherRealm's gameplay style, that would be such a big opportunity, and that would be so hype. And this is again another personal,
because it's like Warner Brothers funding a Marvel thing, right?
Yeah, it is tough, but it's just the fact that for me, I'm much more of a fan of Marvel than DC. Not because I don't like the heroes of DC, and not that I don't like DC, just it was not made available to me throughout me growing up. So it's like I'm more familiar with Marvel. That being said, obviously, Dark Knight trilogy is my favorite superhero thing of all time. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. But apart from that, yeah, Marvel is just more my thing.
A lot of Batman stuff is really good. You got the Dark Knight trilogy. You've got the in video games you got the Arkham trilogy too. It's pretty good. I mean, the third one, okay.
It just feels like it's always Batman.
It's
related,
always Batman,
right?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's a lot of people's favorites, so he just gets a bigger budget and a bigger passion from development teams too. I think that's ultimately what it comes down to.
And keep in mind that regarding that, I am a big Man of Steel fan. I think that Man of Steel is one of the best DC movies. I don't know why a lot of people are very critical about that movie. That movie's not too bad. I guess it's because it's a different take on Superman and people don't like that take. But for me, as a non-DC fan, that movie's pretty dope. So yeah, I actually like that. And Wonder Woman was dope, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently went through a phase of being like, I'm done. I feel like I'm really lucky to live in a time where superhero movies are good again, right? Or at least I felt that way with the Marvel resurgence. So I almost like feel obligated to watch all of that stuff because it's made for me and like such big budget. Like I'm gonna eat it all. But there were like 2 or 3 movies back to back there. I was like, I am so fucking done. Like this is just wasting my time at this point. And it was, I think, Ant-Man, Quantumania, and then Shazam on the other side, the new Shazam.
Oh, really? I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, the first one, but the second one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
It's on HBO, and I decided to watch it. And those two, I almost watched them back to back, and I'm like, done. No more superhero movies. I guess I have this Birds of Prey movie in my watch list. I guess I'll watch that. It's so good. Like, what? Birds of Prey is so good.
Birds of Prey is really cool. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
actually.
like, what? Like, it didn't get that much praise back in the day, right?
It didn't. And you know why?
It came out on Sonic.
No, it's because it's strong female characters.
Women.
People just don't like, gamers don't like that, you know.
Yeah, there are characters. There are strong female characters in there. I dislike most strong female characters in that movie. I'll say that. Harley Quinn, one hell of a role.
Yeah.
Really like her and the little kid. That's great. The cop lady, not a fan. The Huntress, not a fan. Canary was alright. But yeah, I just like the way that movie is directed and the way it's like, wait, what's happening? Oh, let me go back and tell you the story. Oh shit, okay, nice. Never know what to expect. It's cool.
Here's the thing. I've been asking myself, because I think what Marvel did up until Endgame, and maybe then you have Spider-Man Far From Home and then No Way Home, which I think No Way Home is unbelievable. It's
They're
just
both
a
great,
fucking great movie. But apart from those two, after Endgame, you got really nothing.
Yeah.
And I was starting to think like,
You have nothing in movies, and that's the tricky part. Because you did get Loki, right?
Loki was cool. Loki was cool.
Also, Loki is one of my favorite Marvel things. And you had WandaVision.
WandaVision was fantastic.
That Disney Plus series of like 1, 2, 3, 4. I wasn't a big fan of the Falcon thing.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'm gonna wait on Secret Invasion to get a few episodes.
Yeah. What was the other one? She-Hulk. I enjoyed She-Hulk.
She-Hulk was fun. She-Hulk isn't good. She-Hulk is light and funny, so it's
funny. Very
it's all right.
funny.
It's like harmless, right? And I think the same of that Christmas special with the Lady Hunter and.
I was not a fan of that one.
I think that one is also like kind of harmless. It's a light.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny. It has some funny stuff for sure. But yeah, I felt like I was getting burnt out of the Black Panther. I did not enjoy Black Panther 2, man.
No.
And I understand that was more of a tribute to Chadwick but it's Black Panther 1 was one of the best movies. And not just Marvel, like that movie was fantastic. The music, the costume design, the effects, how beautiful the scenery was, the acting. It was what a great movie. And then you have Black Panther 2, yeah. I did not really enjoy Black Panther 2. The one thing I will say though is that after watching Guardians 3, I'm not burnt out of superhero movies. They have just gone stale. They're just not good.
It's not a problem with superhero movies. It's not an inherent problem with superhero movies.
Yeah.
I just feel like every time there is one, it's first of all incredibly predictable. Like they're going down the same route over and over again. It's boring. You know? It feels like your time's being wasted, and movies are getting longer and longer, so they're just finding new ways to keep you bored.
It's the one thing. Like for example, I'm torn between. I don't know what to think about the new Thor, for example, because I really loved Ragnarok. I think Ragnarok is an unbelievable movie. Thor, the new one is a bit too much.
Movie, man. It's another whatever movie for me.
But it is funny. It is a different take. It's like it's more of a stupid Thor, stupid situations, Taika Waititi humor, which I really enjoy. And it's like
I think we've been there, but it's been done better with Ragnarok, for instance.
Yeah, like what do you do after Ragnarok? That's also like a big situation. They just wanted to do the same thing. Yeah, it just keeps happening. They wanted to.
It feels like they have no direction at this point. With the Marvel Act 1 all the way to Endgame, it felt like it was always building up to something. And even though every movie had its own narrative, it was contributing to the bigger lore. And now maybe it still is, but the contributions are so small that they're barely felt from movie to movie. And at this point, it just feels like it's okay, let's milk as much as we can before this stuff goes out of fashion again, because it's not going to be here for long. That's the feeling I'm getting from it, and I am tuning out real fast. I don't know if I should watch Guardians at this point.
I think you should. I think because Guardians, it's his own thing. It's very contained, and also it's like a very, very strong emotional story that just ties everything up. It is almost as if it's not part of this new part of the universe. It's just like it is closing that cycle. I really enjoyed. I don't know if it's my favorite. It might be my favorite Guardians movie. It's just so emotional.
Okay.
And the action pieces too. There are 2 action pieces in specific. Wow, fantastic. And it's also really really funny. So yeah, I think at least Guardians, you should close that chapter, see the end of the story. And I believe like it is beautiful how he ends the story, but it's also very interesting how the story of Guardians is just not what you thought it was. In this movie, it's like, oh, this is the story. This is what he wanted to do with Guardians of the Galaxy, which is really cool.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like I'm closing a lot of chapters on that superhero stuff, right? It's like, okay, now we're gonna close Guardians, put that aside. Close this next one. Like, I'm done.
Spider-Man is pretty close.
No,
I know they're gonna do
Spider-Man-
more, but
Yeah, Spider-Man, I'm fine. Like, Spider-Man has not disappointed me yet, so I'll keep watching Spider-Man movies.
you just wait.
I guess I haven't watched a lot of the Sony Spider-Man stuff. I watched Venom, and then I didn't watch Morbius. So
Did you watch Venom 2?
Did I watch Venom 2, Renee?
Because if you didn't,
Did I watch Venom 2? I don't know.
if you didn't, don't. If you didn't watch Morbius,
It was
don't.
the one with Carnage.
I watched Venom 2, Renee.
You did. It is terrible. What a terrible fucking movie. It was one of the worst movies. Oh my god. And
I don't think it was
apparently
that bad.
Morbius is worse.
Yeah, Morbius is god awful, but I don't think Venom 2 is that bad.
Oh my god. Venom 1 was alright. I felt like Venom 1 was alright.
I just feel like I don't care. I'd rather stay home and play Street Fighter. So
True.
that's where I'm at right now. It's I feel like we're spoiled as like video game fans. There's a lot of stuff coming out that is really good this year, and the movie industry is kind of releasing a lot of mid shit. So you start making choices, right?
You do have Barbie and Oppenheimer next month, which is great.
I don't think
Oh,
I'm
and-
watching either of those at the movies.
Yeah, but you're not a big fan.
I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Oppenheimer
Big
for
fan
me.
of Barbie.
Oppenheimer's
Oppenheimer
gonna be
for
on
me is-
HBO. I'll watch it on HBO. If
Yeah,
it's good,
but-
you know.
Here's the thing about Oppenheimer. For me, and I know you don't enjoy cinema as much as I do, and
Mhm.
that's fair. And also, you get annoyed by people, which I also do, but I tend to go during times where people are not there. But Oppenheimer, for me, after I saw the bit of news that said that he recreated the atomic bomb with practical effects, I want to watch that shit on IMAX. I'm a sucker for practical effects, and I'm a sucker for Nolan doing his movies. So that's a must watch for me on IMAX.
Right.
Like I'm super excited. Barbie.
Oh, I watched Spider-Man on IMAX. I was like, this is one movie that I don't mind spending the extra bucks for.
Yeah, that's fine.
That Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie is so good, man.
Such a
Yeah,
what a
absolutely.
good fucking movie, right?
Fantastic.
So good. Oh, you know what I watched, Ender? If you're gonna love this, you know what I watched on
Okay.
the trip from LA to back to Europe?
Okay.
They had it on the plane. I watched Puss in Boots finally.
Hey, let's fucking
Because I
go!
had it there. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a good movie.
So fucking good.
That's really good. Yeah,
Oh, what
Really
about
good
the?
From fucking Shrek movie. From
yeah.
Did you get the trailer for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Yeah.
got that on during Spider-Verse. That looks really cool.
Yeah,
I want to watch that one.
Yep. True,
Super
true.
funny, good animation. Yeah, that sounds good.
Is Jackie Chan Splinter?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They got like a ton of like weird ass talent voicing people.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But I think that, folks, is gonna do it for this edition of Round the Bush. So a little shorter than usual. but I think was just as saucy. A lot of movie talk here at the end. That is not okay. That is not okay, Renee. It's not
And that's
okay.
controller.
It's very beautiful.
The controller
Bad
is
if
fine.
someone
The
got
controller's
Cheeto dust
fine.
on it.
I'm thinking of buying the controller, to be honest. Like, I need a second Xbox controller at some point, so thinking about it, considering it. Maybe I'll pull the trigger. Maybe not. I don't know. How often do I need a second Xbox controller? Probably not
often.
enough times. Yep.
Same as much as you need a second headset.
I
Hey, I don't need it. That's different. You guys are mean.
All company expenses.
That's
True.
So true, Washer.
That's so true. I play video games for a living. I am going to play video games with that headset, so I am working.
Rene, he's not the kind of guy that spends a lot of company money all the time. Ever since he got a girlfriend, though.
Come on, add to the video. Come on. Say
A
it.
happy face.
Hey, no, that's not the reason. It's just we're moving and we're buying a lot of shit, you know. So
Did you get a girlfriend, Rene?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she got me. Maybe she got me.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah. Just wanted to hear that one last time. Thanks for watching. Bye.